Okay, so we're back for another Australian Collectors Chat. It's episode 19 this week, World of Collectors. That's the title. We're going to be talking about topics that not just affect us in Australia, but affect collectors worldwide. So here with me today is the man himself, the co-host, Rob. How are you, Rob?
Please, Ryan. Building me up. I'm okay. Got my tea, so I'll get through it.
Oh, that's good then.
We are a day late, but better late than never, as they say.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, that's it. And I've got my cup of tea here with my Batman v Superman mug.
Cheers.
Cheers. That's it. Well. Anyway, we'll kick off the chat with a topic. Anyway, that we've been, especially yourself, Rob, you wanted to cover, and that is Sideshow shipping prices at the moment for statues.
Yeah, we've touched on it the last few weeks, and I guess the thing that piqued my curiosity was one piece we've looked at over the last few weeks, the Killer Croc premium format that went up for pre-order last week, and like you and everyone else, I got the email from Sideshow, saying, go and have a look at our pre-order page. So I clicked on the link. I wanted to have a look at the piece, see how much they were asking for it, and all the specs, etc., etc. I clicked on the link, went through to the pre-order page, and what do I see at the top? Free US shipping and double reward points, which was I don't know about yourself or anyone else, but when I saw that, it was it stopped me from ordering the piece first up.
Yeah.
As I'm pretty sure that my $100 plus shipping bill that I'm going to get hit with is a lot of that. I'm sure is subsidising the fact that the US collectors are getting it for free now in terms of their shipping. Now, there was a question posted to one of the Sideshow reps on the Statue Forum in regards to this, and it was, the question was along the lines of, there's free shipping for US customers on the Killer Croc, on the, I think it was the Leonardo that they just dropped, and a whole slew of other pieces that have come out recently and not so recently. In addition to that, they just put up a little flyer, pamphlet, whatever you want to call it, advertising their Michelangelo turtle, the new one that they've done, and that again, blazed across the top is free US shipping. And so a question was asked, and the Sideshow rep, she did reply, which was good of her, Alex, as she's known on there, came back and said, there is already discounts for international customers of between 15 to 30%, which is fair enough. If there's these discounts, that's fine. I mean, there's no data, to prove that that's what happens. I mean, and Sideshow certainly isn't going to release any data indicating that to the fact. All we can do is go on what they tell us. I still found it not a very comforting answer, as again, the point is that even if an international customer is getting a 15% discount, the US customer is getting a 100% discount on their shipping, which is a little hard to swallow. Again, when you know that the shipping bills that us international customers are getting, without a doubt, and every online retailer does it. I mean, it's not the Sideshow that does it. every online retailer does it. They're using the international customer to subsidise their home market in terms of the free shipping. You know, Amazon do it, Barnes and Nobles do it, Deep Discount do it, Zavi, but they don't do it. They're probably about the only online retailer that I know that don't do it. But you know, when the difference is so large, it's going to preclude a lot of collectors from collecting the pieces, and I think that's sad. I don't know if anything will be done about it or if this issue will be addressed. Who knows? But as I said, I'll just give you a quick rundown of a couple of pieces. As we talked about last week, the Aquaman premium format exclusive, the shipping on that for us in Australia, Sideshow are quoting $143 US. That's just to get it. That's to get the piece shipped not from the US, but from their Hong Kong warehouse. So I mean, Hong Kong's not that far from Australia. It's it's only 9 hours in a plane. It's not that far, and from there to here, $143 US. So you do the exchange rate conversions. It's close enough to like $180 Australian, which is, I mean, that's nearly 50% of the cost of the unit itself, which is pretty ridiculous. The brown Wolverine shipped last week, so supposedly we'll get that later in the week. The shipping bill on that was $125 US. Yeah, exactly. It was not nice stomaching that when that came down the pike, but I pre-ordered that when it was a little time after it was announced, where they didn't have the shipping quote up on their little generator that they have on the side. So, that I've just got to, swallow and take it in my stride, which I've done. But even that, at 125, that's still, again, 150, 160 Australian dollars to get it shipped from Hong Kong. That's coming. It's not coming from the States. It's coming from a Hong Kong warehouse. So I think I can only surmise that the Killer Croc will be somewhere in the same vicinity as those two, between 120, 150 US dollars just to ship it. So if there are any international collectors out there watching this, or will watch it in the future, be prepared to be paying that kind of money if you want the exclusive, and you get it from either, they do ship from the US or house, depending where you are around the world as an international collector, and when you order it as well. I've found that out. But that's what the shipping bill is going to be. Oh, there's one more. Earlier in the year, I was going to order the Mark II Iron Man. That's the silver suit on the gantry. The piece was there. I put it in my cart again. The shipping bill on that was, this is much earlier in the year, but it was around 150 again US dollars to get that shipped to Australia. And having said that, I cancelled the order. I didn't go through with the order because it was just like, I just couldn't stomach those kind of shipping bills on those pieces. Now, having said that, yes, I do have some XM pieces, as you know, and the shipping on those from Singapore to Australia is very, very expensive. It is even more expensive than that. But you're getting a piece that's of far higher quality than what you get at a Sideshow. And the difference is, when you order from XM, what you get out of the box is going to be prototype quality. With Sideshow, you cross your fingers, you cross your toes, you cross everything and hope that you get a piece that doesn't have any flaws. And they have improved over the last year or so, Sideshow, in terms of their QC, but still it's pot luck with them as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
So
I think
my
they,
little, I guess, expose in terms of shipping. Like I said, there's nothing that I don't think we can do about it, except have a lot of people either not order pieces or write them and explain the situation and hope they do something about it. I mean, it might be a case of, in conjunction with all the weak exclusives that Sideshow now put out, that they're trying to maybe wean international collectors off of purchasing direct from them and try and get them to go through retailers in their local districts. I don't know, probably not, but
yeah. It's funny you mentioned about Hong Kong because a lot lately, a lot of stuff from Sideshow's been just sent straight from Hong Kong. It's not even from their warehouse. A lot
no,
of
they have that's what they term their international warehouse now.
yeah,
Is in Hong Kong. So essentially, the stuff is getting manufactured in mainland China. I can't remember the name of the city that manufactures toys. I was up in China this time last year, on other stuff and other interests, and I was told about there's this one city. It's in I think it's in southern provinces somewhere, that basically in this this city they just do a lot of toy manufacturing, and that's where a lot of these pieces come from. But from there, it's basically these pieces, they come out of those factories and they're getting shipped by road down to it probably comes out of Shenzhen port, I think, and which is in like Hong Kong, which is just across the bay from Hong Kong, and then the international pieces get piped straight into piped straight into Hong Kong. So they're not traveling very far from where they're manufactured, and then obviously being sent off to international collectors. And the US pieces are then being put on the port in Shenzhen and shipped across to California, which is really strange. Anyway, it doesn't really make much sense. I find it really odd that the pieces that US buyers are getting, they're coming from the same factory. They're going down to, I think it's Shenzhen, which is again near Hong Kong, getting put on a boat, container ship, shipped across to California via boat, and then redistributed from Sideshow's California warehouse across the US. I don't know. I guess it, maybe economies of scale and such make it a little bit cheaper to do it that way, but I don't see how that can be so exponentially cheaper than what international customers are paying, having them shipped out of Hong Kong anyway.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, it makes sense with the Hot Toys and stuff because Hot Toys are based in Hong Kong, so their market there makes sense. But I think a lot of it, like I say, it's cost cutting. But the best part about it is technically, if you're shipping from Hong Kong, for us, it should cost us less in some ways. But as in from to get to them to us, you know what I mean, in the long run. But they are shipping directly from Hong Kong and then charging the same price as it probably would cost for them to ship it to America, then to ship it to us. So I think that's where they're screwing us. I mean, a lot of companies do it, and even pop culture. The markup on them, if it's free shipping, technically, what you pay extra for the figure is what counts the shipping. Pop culture, and there are the odd occasions when they're good. But
finish off, and then I'll give you another bit of evidence. So, just as an aside, through the week I got an email from Hollywood Collectibles Group, HCG, who are doing a quarter scale Venkman, which we've looked at before. And they sent me through an order notice for that piece. Well, I got it on order, didn't pay for it, but they sent through the order notice, and the shipping on that in the States was, and it's a quarter scale piece, was $85. So, that's a little bit, not a little bit, that's a lot cheaper than
Yeah,
what Sideshow are asking for either the Wolverine or the quarter scale Mark II Iron Man or the Aquaman, and
I mean,
I guess it's a little bit smaller in terms of the base. It has got a small, low profile base, but still a quarter scale statue.
I don't ever remember the Keaton costume, because I mean that the Michael Keaton premium format's like one of the last of the statues they did when they were in the good. You know what I mean? When they weren't fucking up. It was one of the ones where you had a good feeling about that one coming and being good. And obviously, we both have it, and I think it's an amazing piece. And especially the size of the base and that. But I don't ever remember it costing as much to ship as the Wolverine. I don't ever, and that you think about the Keaton. You've got the quarter scale Keaton, and then it's on that massive base.
Yes.
Makes you wonder where they pull the prices from,
Well,
and it's not like even
they did.
Either.
Yeah, they did. And that's it. The base, the box on that piece is still fairly large. It's not a small box by any means. I remember they did about, I think, 4 or 5 months ago, Sideshow. Everyone came out and said all the shipping companies are putting up their prices, the US Post, etc., etc. Everyone put their prices up, and we just have to pass this cost on to you guys. Very sorry, the usual spiel that you get. But again, it's sort of we've got these increases in shipping, some fairly substantial increases in shipping, yet at the same time, Sideshow are finding ways to offer free shipping, not discounted shipping, free shipping to customers in the US. Now, I don't know about you, but that's like mixed messages all over the place. Here we are on one hand telling international customers, sorry, we have to pass on all these costs, but at the same time, let's go and offer all these collectors free shipping, not just a small discount, but at 100% discount. So, I mean, there's a lot of mixed messages going on there, and I guess, what comes out of mixed messages is a lot of confusion, and confused people don't buy stuff, do they?
Yeah, I mean, Pop Culture, do they ship international?
Which one? Pop Culture Shock or the one in Melbourne?
Just the one in Melbourne, Pop Culture.
Yeah, they do ship internationally. Yeah.
And what they cost then? Or is it free? Is it? I think it costs.
I think it depends on the size of the box. From what I've heard and what people have told me who are outside of us, it depends on what the box size is. What do they call it? The dimensional weight on the box, and obviously how heavy the box is in terms of its actual weight, physical weight. But they're not cheap, because I think they have to go through either Australia Post or some affiliate of Australia Post, or if the box is too big for Australia Post, they have to send it through like a courier company. So, I mean, even their costs are expensive, but they don't get, obviously, the volume of custom that something like Sideshow are going to be sending out. They'll be sending out hundreds of pieces a week through whoever they're shipping, FedEx or UPS, whoever's doing their shipping. But, they do ship internationally. But I don't know, I think it's a little bit of an issue that perhaps needs to be addressed. It probably won't be addressed, and I guess while it's not being addressed, there'll be plenty of international customers who see the free shipping for the US customer sign and just think, well, what's going on here? Why am I subsidizing free shipping for customers in the US? Anyway, that's my little observation, if you will. Not a criticism, not a reaffirmation, but just an observation of what's going on in terms of shipping.
Like I say, it's a good thing, really. Other than well, I've got 3 Hot Toys figures on order from Sideshow, but their shipping on them costs nowhere near as much as a fucking premium format. You know, but like I say, I'm actually waiting on them now. Because speaking of, you know, Sideshow and everything, there's new releases in Hong Kong. All 3 of the Batmans have been released now.
Yeah.
And
just
the last
keep
one
talking,
to be released.
I have to step out for a sec. Keep talking.
No worries, that's all good. Yeah, so for people who don't know anyway, the normal Batman, the Batfleck, just the normal like Frank Miller design one, that one has just been released in Hong Kong, and so that's just been released. I think it's with the 2-pack as well, with the Superman and Batman pack, and also singular pack as well. I'm really looking forward to getting it because there's been some early reviews up for it, and for the most part, it's spot on. Head sculpt, everyone said it's amazing. The suit's amazing. They've said the physique on it, the muscle mass is accurate to the film and all that lot, which is good to hear, because that was one of the criticisms of the prototype, was the physique wasn't quite there, or wasn't there really, and people used to make jokes about it, calling it Fat Man, and someone did like a Photoshop, you know, of the bloody of the figure with a Happy Meal, which was quite funny. Now they finally updated the body, and now it looks spot on to the film, like exactly like the film. He's got big ass motherfucking shoulders, just body's ripped, everything. So really happy with that. And pretty much most people have said it's a perfect piece in how it looks. Anyway, it doesn't look not accurate. You know, they're saying basically it looks completely movie accurate, so which is great to hear, and I can't wait. You know, and they've also said even with all that movie accuracy with the body, and it looks just like in the film. Usually Hot Toys tend to sacrifice articulation for movie accuracy, but in this case they've kept the movie accuracy but somehow managed to get the body to move and pose in a really cool. You can get into some really dynamic poses, which is great, which is unheard of with Hot Toys usually. If they go fully movie accurate, like this Batman, for example, it shouldn't really, usually, judging by Hot Toys, like their usual thing they do, shouldn't have articulation at all, barely any anyway. But this time they've just, you know, nailed it, which is great to hear, you know, because I am very excited, because they first released the Nightmare Batman, and you know, so the Nightmare Batman was the first one to be released. Then they released the Armored Batman, which was a great one, but it lacked in articulation. And then the final Batfleck, obviously, as I just mentioned before, is again just like the others. It's movie accurate, but it's incredibly posable as well. So, which is good to hear. So you can get it in some pretty cool dynamic poses, you know. And I ordered the exclusive, so that's one with the sniper rifle. So, you know, as in the film, he's got like the, you know, the Dark Knight Returns sort of nod, you know. So that's going to be cool. Don't know whether I'll display it with the sniper rifle, but I'm looking forward to it, because, like I said, I'm just so happy they got the body physique correct. Because that was the one thing, like I say, with the prototype, they didn't at first, but they went back to the drawing board and designed a body specially, and also just the suits around it as well to match exactly as he looks in the film, you know. So it's gonna be like having a 1/6 real life Batfleck in my house. So I'm really looking forward to that. And yes, I've just got to wait for Sideshow whenever. I don't know whether they're going to get them shipped again. On the topic of shipping, I don't know whether they're going to ship to California then, or they're going straight from Hong Kong to Australia.
So if they're coming to you, they'll be coming from Hong Kong. They'll ship them down
Yeah,
from
so,
wherever they manufacture them, and then
yeah,
sending it straight down
so
to you.
I've paid them off pretty much. Now I've just got, you know, like I have the final payment, which, so that's like I'm on all three of them. It's final payment, so.
Well, be careful.
I
had the one payment to go on that Wolverine, and it was down to like, it was something tiny. It was like $20 left on it or something, and then they hit me with that shipping charge, and it was like, oh, I didn't expect that. I didn't think Wolverine was that big of a character. He's only like 5'3" or whatever the hell he is, 5'4", whatever. You know, he's a tiny little guy, and what are they packing you in a coffin or something? My God. But anyway.
Yeah, it
is what it is.
Well, like I say, it's good to finally have them coming, and the only one though I've got to pay in full when it comes out is the Nightmare, because I had the other two on payment plan and then this one. So when the Nightmare comes, I'm gonna feel it. It's gonna be like, shing, just take it, like taking dunk out of you, you know. It's gonna be like, oh. So, but I'm looking forward to it. Can't wait to have my Batfleck figures. And other than that, I don't have anything on order then.
No, well, you're like me. It's like that Wolverine that's my last, as I said last week, my last order with Sideshow. That's it. I don't have anything else on order with them, which is a bit of a relief, actually. It's probably the first time in a long time that I've never had anything on order with them. It's a bit strange, I guess.
You got all those people in the forums, the prices are killing us, and you're like, yeah, mate, whatever. Yeah.
God.
Not my problem anymore.
Oh, geez, yeah. I don't know what I'll do with all that extra money that'll be lying around.
Oh, maybe you could start collecting. Maybe you just go to strictly life size, Rob. Just go strictly life size everything.
Oh, I don't have a room. Where am I going to put that? I got enough life size people running around here. I don't want any more. No. Not doing that. That's part of the reason we didn't make last night. No more life size. That's it. No more life size. Anyway, do you want to look at some photos quickly?
Yeah, let's get some photos up then, Rob.
I don't have many tonight. Not many at all. Just take 10 minutes tops and run through pretty quick. Some of them relate to I don't know what we just talked about as well, which we can sort of maybe expand on some of that.
Yeah, the second.
No problem.
And there we are. We're all good to go. It's rocking.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Can you see that?
It's on you at the moment, Rob.
Is it? Let me see what's going on.
It's gone back to you.
What about that? It's must be looking at me still.
I'll just stop presenting and then again.
Might be my end.
Yeah. I just saw it a minute ago, so it's
okay.
Hang on, what's going on here?
All right, should be up
now. And yep. Oh, is
there
is that flash or is that reverse flash?
Yeah, that's flash, life size, custom flash. Oh God, I guess it's gone. Don't do that to me. Nice. We're having troubles tonight. All right, is he back?
Yeah, he's back up and going.
Okay, good. All right. So there's a life size custom flash that someone's doing, which is you can see the base there, taking it from the Sideshow versions, the Superman and Batman that they did. I don't know how long ago now, a couple of years ago, the ones that Charlie's got. So that'll be a nice companion piece for those. This is one for you.
Ooh.
Iron Studios 110.
Very nice.
Batman vs Superman Justice League down the bottom. There's Star Wars, selection of their Star Wars pieces as well. It reminds me of, I don't know if you're familiar with the Atticus pieces from out of France. They're one fifth, I think they are, but they look really similar for some reason. The Atticus pieces.
They look nice. Nice use of the poses and especially the Hideous as well. I quite like that one.
Yeah, and they're 1/10, so they're really, really small.
Yeah, that's good.
Hopefully they're somewhat. I like the Batfleck here. I like that. That looks nice. Really like that.
I like how he's like sort of
pulling on his glove there, ready to go out and brand some criminals or something, whatever he does. This was also Iron Studios, a teaser for quarter scale Star Wars pieces that they're going to be doing. Everyone thinks this is a Kylo Ren. I don't know, probably is, but
it could be Ren or it could be. The only thing that says Ren is the texture of the.
Yes. Yeah.
That's the only thing, because I would say Darth Vader. Like looking at the base, I would say it should be Darth Vader, but the clothing says otherwise. Plus, that's the back of his boots. There. Is that the back of, well, that looks more like Ren's, doesn't it? I'd say that was a Ren on Star Killer.
This is a teaser for Iron Studios quarter scale Star Wars. Supposedly Sideshow are not going to carry these pieces, like they carry the Marvel pieces that quarter scale Marvel pieces that Iron Studios do.
Right.
But they're not going to carry these. So if you're looking to maybe pick some of these up, you're probably looking at, I don't know, like XM type prices, I guess, $1,000 odd US. Once you get them shipped, they come out of Brazil, I think it is. Iron Studios, wherever they are over that part of the world. So expensive. Anyway, we'll see. This is just something I saw on one of the forums. This is the NECA penguin. And someone's just done a mock-up base for it, because I don't think it comes with any kind of base.
No, they don't. No.
I've seen this piece in hand. It's really, really nice. It's really nice for what an articulated sort of figure. They've done an absolutely cracking job on it, and it comes with this big coat, like the coat he wears in the film, all mixed media. It looks great. It is really, really, it's a nice piece. And if you got this and that new Michelle Pfeiffer premium format to go with that Keaton we were discussing earlier, that would be one nice setup. That would, but I had to get that because it's such a nice piece for what you get in terms of your money. This was something that popped up as well. Prime One's 1990, I think it is, Ninja Turtle set, quarter scale.
Oh, very nice.
The set of 4 only has a ES of 350, which is fairly low for this day and age. But this being a set of 4, I think the price tag on it's like nearly $2,500 US. So
wow.
I can understand why the ES is so low at that kind of price point.
Yeah.
And there's so many, I don't know about you, but there's so many turtle options out there now. It's just
it is
crazy.
Everyone, great stuff.
Yeah, the NECAs we looked at last week, everyone's doing turtles, so there's no shortage of choice out there if you're a turtle fan, that's for sure.
Wow.
These next group is probably a lot of people have seen this one now. This is the PCS RoboCop quarter scale statue.
Oh, very
nice.
This
is an in-hand piece. I think Charlie had this on order.
I think he did, if I remember right. I don't know if he still does, but I remember him saying he did because he wanted to. Because the Sideshow one, he says, is just showing its age now.
Yes. Yeah. Well, this is what you're going to get, Charlie, if you're watching. These are in-hand pictures. This is what someone's got out of the box. So it looks pretty nice. I like it.
a nice pose as well.
Yeah, and I did see a video that someone put up. It was probably the same person. Nice big strong magnets in here. This is where the joins are. It looks really, really nice. And the base supposedly lights up, but in the video, couldn't really see much of an effect in terms of the light up base. But
Right.
good to see it's coming. It's been delayed for a long, long time, this piece, but I think people will be pretty happy once they get it. Talking about PCS, this is the Zangief Street Fighter, the new one they're doing. 3 versions. They've got this Mecha, Zangief. They've got the, what is this? V-Trigger, is it? And the regular. Look at his legs. They're like tree trunks. My God.
Bloody massive, aren't they?
This is like, I saw a picture of this earlier today somewhere with someone standing next to the piece, and it's huge. It's like 60 centimeters from the bottom of the base to the tip of his hand. It's a
What the hell happened to his
nuts? Hey?
What happens to his nuts?
That's what I'd like to know. Between these 2 tree trunks, there not much left.
Yeah, he must be small. That's probably why he's like the way he is.
Well, if we go back here, he's probably got balls of iron or balls of steel or something. So
yeah, hidden in his beard.
Yeah. Or this thing, this rug that's on his chest, maybe.
Yeah, some splattered dog.
What is that? Pink version. I don't know. I'm not a Street Fighter collector, so I don't know much about it.
No, neither do I. I have no fucking clue, but they always look weird.
Yeah. Here's talking about the Killer Croc, as we did earlier. There's the Croc down the end there with the regular portrait and the exclusive, and these were just a range of the Batmans that Sideshow have done just to show the scales. Obviously the original quarter scale premium format, which is really big, and then the Adam West, what is this, the Arkham Asylum, the Armored Batman, the Red Sun, and the regular Batfleck version.
Yeah.
Just to show the scale.
I really like it. I don't like the exclusive head on the Croc.
Mm-hmm.
Not. If I displayed it, I would have it with the normal head.
Yeah, I think I've got some more pictures of it somewhere. That's a lot of Batman.
It is, and not including the Keaton as well.
Yeah, there's no Keaton, there's no Bale there either. So there's another couple. There's no blue variant of him, so there's 3 more Batmans that they've done on top of that. And
yeah,
I guess there'll be plenty more where that comes from. Anyway, so here's what the Killer Croc, this is how they're going to line up against each other, which I don't know, some people are griping about. I don't mind. But I saw an interesting post in, again, Statue Forum, from one of the Sideshow folks that goes on that board, a guy named David Ego. He's one of the, I think it's like production designer or production manager or something like that. And he was talking about the bases on the DC pieces and how the Trinity pieces all have very high bases. Then the sort of, because they're like the A+ tier characters, and then the bases are going to get decreasingly smaller down to, obviously the standing of the character, and Killer Croc gets a smaller base because these are supposedly a lesser character in the DC canon.
Right.
But I don't know.
I call bullshit on that because
it didn't make much sense to me either. I thought it sort of, because some of the Poison Ivy's got a really low base, but Batgirl's got a really high base. And it's like Batgirl's like, obviously there's all the TNA and everything going on there, but she's not exactly I wouldn't class her as a tier 1 kind of DC character at all.
No, I wouldn't either. It doesn't really. She's more tier 1 now, but if if you go back a few years, she really barely did anything, you know. But yeah.
Yeah, it's just that it didn't. I had the same sort of, or thought the same thing when I read those comments. It just sort of didn't. It seems like it's an afterthought in terms of what they've done already, and they just sort of try to retrofit this concept onto what they've already done, rather than it really being something they've thought about.
I mean, I know a lot of people said that the Batman, the one you're looking at now, they said that in a way they oversized him a bit, didn't they? They made him very big.
It is oversized. It is. It's big. I mean, he's as big as Superman. Probably I'd say even a touch bigger. In terms of bulk. He's a touch bigger than Superman, which is, that shouldn't be. It should be around the other way.
I think bulk can vary depending on what Batman design you're going for, but I see what you're saying. Like, Superman shouldn't look like a frigging pole compared to him, Superman should be. But I think the Croc. I mean, if you think about it, the Croc is on similar level to Batman, and he's hunched down. Yeah, he's
hunched down, and there's a lot of maths going on here. He's got very thick arms and torso and legs, so I don't have an issue with the size of him or the base. I don't have an issue with it. I think it looks fine. I agree. The other head looks a bit better, but it's nice to have that option.
Yeah, he's got to look human to me in a way. You know what I mean? Like, he's got to resemble. He's not a crocodile trying to be a human. He's a human trying to be a crocodile. That's his whole point. And if you go back to like the comics, like this one looks like it's roughly based off a little bit of Nightfall and a little bit of one I like to compare it to is Earth 1. Where the more human looking, he's got the bandages around his hand. He's in the sewer as well. That's why it hints to Earth 1 a hell of a lot, because that story arc where they find him in there, he's in the sewer. I mean, he's in the sewers anyway, but what I mean is, like, it just looks like they've taken it from the pages of Earth 1, in similar ways. So it's cool.
That's the Mark II repainted custom.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks really nice. That paint job is good. That's nice. But
I saw them drop. I got it because in Pop Culture Zing, those places.
Yeah, I've seen it there as well. Yeah.
We had one open up in nearby here a few weeks ago, and they've got that one in there as well. It's quite.
Yeah, they've got it at my local one as well, but the price is way too much on it. I don't want to pay that much for it.
That's it.
I'm not going to. I'll wait and get it cheaper from elsewhere. But that looks really nice. This is a Predator 2 base. This is one for you, Helmy. I know he's got this Predator 2 maquette. Hates it. Helmy, this is what you got in the base.
He's just heckling the screen now. Shit!
It's all filled with offcuts and offshoots and bits and pieces from other statues that I've seen. Sideshow have done this for forever. It's not something new, but this is what happened when someone broke one of their bases open, and this is what they found inside. All bits and pieces from other statues. I don't know. This is where the statues go to die, Helmy, inside your Predator 2 base.
That's what the Predator 2 is. It's just a fucking bin for all the
That's it.
All the sides and statues.
Garbage on the inside, garbage on the outside.
Break that? Yeah, well, let's go stick it on the fucking Predator 2 with Get Helmy won't know.
Yeah. We've talked about the Marquette, the Terminator Marquette previously. This came up, a Terminator 2 print, which means this might be the Marquette they're working on for Terminator 2. I hope it is, because it looks a lot better than the other one.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? I like the pose. And
yes, I like the pose. I like the plasma rifle. Now, if they put this up for pre-order, it might be something that'll get me back into the game, but much nicer than the other one, I think.
Yeah, I'd say that's if it turns out like that, I would grab this one, over the other one, like you
Yeah,
said.
I think that looks much nicer.
Much nicer. I like the head down as well.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. This is a custom Thanos head for the XM Thanos that someone thought was off the sideshow one that they're doing, but nothing special there. Here we talked about this earlier, Michelangelo. This is the little flyer, or whatever you want to call it, that Sideshow put out. There we have free US shipping.
Fuck you everywhere else.
That's exactly right. Yeah, we'll give you guys the middle finger. Everyone else in the US, you can have free shipping. Everyone else, you can have you can have a big bill, and you can subsidise the guys in the US getting the free shipping. Well done.
That's Sideshow.
Anyway, suffice to say, I won't be ordering it. And that was just another one they put out. And two little things. This is a box set because it's the 50th year or 50th anniversary of the original Star Trek being on TV, 66. Here we are, 2016, 50th anniversary. This is a box set that's coming out soonish, and it's got all the original television show. It's got all the original cast movies. It's got the animated series in it. But Paramount, being the company behind Star Trek and Capcom, Viacom, the television show, Paramount are cheap bastards. They've always been cheap bastards, and they haven't even gone back and redone the transfers for the films on this set. They're still using the old dated transfers. They haven't even gone back and redone the Star Trek motion picture. That is, redone the effects work on Robert Wise's director's cut. That still hasn't been done. When they originally did the director's cut of Robert Wise, the first film, they did a whole stack of CG effects to fit in with the film as it was, because it was never really finished. It was very rushed in its editing, and when Paramount did this, they only rendered the effects work at standard definition, which means basically transferring it to Blu-ray in high definition means you're still going to get all these brand new effects in standard definition. And that's the highest resolution you can get out of them. Bloody Paramount, cheap ass bastards. So don't buy this set. Pricks. I want to go back and remaster all those films.
If you hear us, Paramount, we're coming for you, motherfucker.
Yes. This is the best they can do. 50th anniversary, and that's the best they can do. They shit me to the extreme. That is crap. They haven't redone. I mean, Shatner should have done a director's cut of Star Trek V. They talked about doing that, like, I don't know, about 6 or 7 years ago now, when it was first released as a special edition, and nothing came of that. It's just, oh my God, terrible, Paramount. That's the best you can do in the 50th anniversary year. You deserve to be in big debt, which they are. I mean, I read a story the other day that Paramount on September 1 have got a whole heap of loan repayments to make, and they're in serious financial trouble, which I don't know. They deserve it though. I mean, that's just it's such a shoddy effort for something so iconic. And this popped up through the week as well, Ryan. Have you seen this?
No, what's this?
Okay, let me explain. This is obviously The Hobbit, Lord of the Rings, all the extended cuts. They're put in these sort of fake leather books.
Oh.
Yeah, all the discs, like, I don't know, about 6 discs per film on this wooden shelf thing. Here you get this like replica red book, which is the red book that Bilbo writes in the films and gives to Frodo and then gives to Sam to finish off. It's full of artwork from, Alan Lee and John Howe, and you've got replica prints, all this stuff, paraphernalia, But again, like Paramount, the transfers are old, especially the Lord of the Rings transfers. They're the old transfers that are on the current Blu-ray discs, and they show their age a little bit. And have a guess at the price tag, Ryan.
Oh God.
Throw a number out there, anything.
So for all movies, at $110, maybe.
Keep going.
I'm being, yeah, 150.
Keep going.
200.
Give you one more. No, get the list. The list price on this is an exclusive to Amazon. The list price on it was $800 US.
Oh, fuck off! I'm not paying $800 for half a good saga. I'm not paying $800 for the Hobbit, and then just to sit through the Hobbit and then get to the good shit, which is Lord of the Rings. It's just not happening.
And the thing is, the discs here, like I said, it's just the same discs that you get now. There's nothing new. No deleted scenes, no extra commentary, nothing. There's nothing new on the disc. It's just a repackage of the current discs with some fake leather books, which are just cheap things. This, I don't know what you call that. I don't know, something like a half a bread tin holder and a red book, which is all fake leather again. $800. You can get it from Ryan. You can get a bargain. Get it from Amazon. Currently $720 US.
Oh, I'll tell you what. I don't need to pay $800 to be Bilbo Baggins. I fucking already am Bilbo Baggins. So, probably not quite as small, but you know.
Oh God!
I do overrate my shortness, probably a little too much.
And
but that's bullshit. What the fuck do they think? I mean, come on.
I don't know. They'll sell 3 copies of it. And wait a year, and then you probably will get it for about $150. But that's
when the Lord of the Rings fans,
they're
like, I'm not. Shit.
I mean, I have all these Lord of the Rings statues in my collection from Weta and Sideshow and whatnot, and read the book about Lord of the Rings. Read it sort of once a year, but even I wouldn't go anywhere near this. Wouldn't go anywhere near it. That's just crazy, absolutely crazy. Weta, what the hell are you thinking? They got the Paramount disease. Anyway, this is the XM Sandman. We looked at it again last week. It does fit in a Bethesda.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, very nice. I like it. Well
done to the guy that managed to fit that in there.
Yes, yeah, he's done well. It only just fits, so it doesn't look. It's just like it's barely.
Touching either side. He's just like trying to break out.
It's nice though. And that's it.
Yeah.
Good back tonight.
That's pretty stop presenting. Has it stopped presenting? Oh fucking hell, it hasn't stopped presenting. Why you stop presenting?
I don't know. Anyway, well, I'm going to stop presenting myself anyway, because it's like I said, it's getting on here and I've got to go. There we are.
Yeah, we are back to normal. Yeah, that's all good. Just before you go, I was just going to say, speaking of Star Trek, the other week I watched The Voyage Home.
Mm-hmm.
I actually watched a bunch of them, actually. I watched the Wrath of Khan and a few others. I can't remember. I really liked The Voyage Home. That was a fucking great one with the whale.
Yeah, a lot of people like Voyage Home, and that was directed by Leonard Nimoy, and very much in keeping with the original show, the sort of ethos, well, not so much the ethos of it, but the style of it, it was not an expensive film to make at all, and it was of the original films, it was the biggest box office hit, and it is a good film, it still holds up, and it's funny. I personally, my favourite's the first one, which I know is not many people's favourite, but I love it.
Yeah.
I love the first one. And that Jerry Goldsmith score, man, oh man, it is just gorgeous. It's gorgeous. It's a fantastic piece of work. It's up there. It's as good as anything John Williams was doing at the time, which was like Star Wars, that era. Like I think it was '79 it came out. But it's a great film. I love it. Very, very underrated. And director's cut is fixes a lot of the issues people have with it. But I love it. I love it. Great film. And I got to say, I do have a soft spot for Shatner's Star Trek V, which everyone seems to hate immensely. I have a soft spot for it. And the guy got screwed by Paramount as well.
Which that one, Rob?
That was The Final Frontier, number 5. That's the next one.
Oh, the what? Oh, that's the one before Generations, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it goes Final Frontier, and then it goes Undiscovered Country, which is one where Nicholas Meyer comes back and has a big hand, and then it goes Generations after that.
Is the one though, like basically the Final Frontier? Is that the one where he pretty much does go on his last sort of run as Kirk, like on the Starship? And
no, it's the next one. Undiscovered Country is the one where he goes. Is the last sort of classic.
Yeah, I saw that one. I think
classic sort of line-up movie, but there were a lot of issues with that film behind the scenes, and part of their contract, Nimoy and Shatner's contract, was whatever one got, the other could get. And Nimoy had directed Star Trek 3 and 4, and Shatner, he wanted to direct a film, and he got 5. But Leonard Nimoy had made Star Trek 3 and 4 on relatively small budgets, and Shatner wanted to make a film that had a slightly bigger feel and larger scope. But Paramount said, initially they said, okay, they're going to give him about, I think it was about $25 million or something. And then not long before principal photography began, like they'd done all the prep work for it, they basically cut like 30% out of the budget, basically 2 weeks out from principal photography, which was meant they had to rewrite the script, and they had to, it's a disaster. Yeah, it's the miracle the film turned out as it did, because it could have been a lot worse knowing what happened behind the scenes on that film. Anyway, story for another time. We'll have to have this discussion a little bit later in the year.
Yeah,
we'll do a Star Trek expose being the 50th anniversary year.
That sounds a good idea. We should be anyway. It's a good chat, but next week should be a good one. Or this Sunday we'll do it on Sunday, because it's going to be the 20th episode of the Australian Collectors Chat with us that we've done. 20 episodes.
Wow.
That's even with delays here and there, we've made it to 20 episodes this coming week. So
something small to celebrate.
That's it. And should be a good one. But so I think we'll wrap it up there. It was a good, nice, short chat this week. And I hope everyone enjoyed watching. If you did, let us know your thoughts on the whole shipping sideshow. Definitely.
Yes,
I know Rob would love to hear people's thoughts, and so would I. Also, let us know what piece you have at sideshow, or any pieces that are coming through. We'd love to hear what you've got on order. But anyway, so we'll wrap that up now. And it was great chatting with you again, Rob. And I hope
you too, Ryan. We'll talk again next Sunday. Yes, I'm going now. Have a nice one then. I'll talk to you next week.
See ya.
Enjoy. Bye.